Welcome to another video. Today we are going to dive into leadership and how to be a leader. It's actually very easy. There's three things I want to share with you that are very straightforward, and then I'll share some more things. But the very first thing is, how do you become a leader, or how are you going to be better as a leader? And that is just start. That's the very first step. Just start. So if you have the opportunity to lead a project, to lead some kind of community thing, go ahead, do it. The more you step into the role, the better you're going to get at it. Very simple and very straightforward. Second thing, get a mentor, get a coach, get someone who can help you. Because as you grow as a person, so does your leadership skills, so does you as a leader and how you communicate your ideas, that will grow as well. So that's the second step. Again, very straightforward. Third thing, which is kind of similar to the second one, but not quite the same, is educate yourself. There's tons of books out there about leadership, about how to manage people, about, just look at Simon Sinek, Start With Why. You can listen to different podcasts. I'm creating a podcast called Listening for Leaders. You can look at that. So there is something that you can educate yourself with, and the more you're exposed to different ideas and different ways of thinking, the more you're kind of absorbing it. So those are three very practical, easy implementable things. But I want to dive a bit deeper, and that is actually, what makes actually a good leader? And I've outlined about 5 things. The very first one is, as a leader, you have a vision. If you don't have a vision, where are you leading people to? There's nowhere to go to. A leader always has a vision, always has some kind of future that they're communicating to the people that they are leading. And usually that future or that vision is something that inspires, or that's something that's better. So it's a future that's better than today. And so that's the very first thing. So have a clear vision. Second thing is, when you lead, you are in service to people. You're in service to people. And that's really, really important. It's not about you. It's about the people. It's about the people. Now, when you look at in like teenage groups, or just in general in groups, there will always someone step into a leadership position or be pushed into a leadership position. And that's actually something really important, the whole thing about being pushed into a leadership position. Because the person who represents the best the interests of the group and is perceived by the group as, he's actually representing the values and the things that we believe in the best, this person is going to be naturally pushed more into the direction of a leader. And so sometimes you find people who don't necessarily want to be in that position, but they are, because the group kind of expects them to do that. And so it's easy to forget that, you think about a crazy nice vision, whatever, and you forget that the vision is of service to people. You are helping people. You are creating something where everyone, or at least the group of people that you're leading, is gonna be better off than before. So keep that in mind if you are ever leading, that it is not about you, it's about the people, and it is about creating a brighter and better future. Number 3, communication. I know this is a word that might have been beaten to death. Yeah, but it's so really important. Communication is so important. If you have a vision, you can't communicate it. How is it going to get out there? How are people going to respond to it? How are we going to draw people in? It's impossible. So communication is vital. Your communication is your leadership. It's on the equal level. Without your communication, you can't really lead. Because you cannot communicate your ideas, people will not understand it, and hence you're going to be there all by yourself, and that's not really a leader. You have to have some kind of group or groups of people that you are helping. And so one thing is speaking and giving the message out, and the other thing is to actually being able to listen. And again, that's highly undervalued nowadays, is the whole listening part. Being able to listen to the group of people that you're in service of. Because if you know where those people are, you can actually help to create a better future for them. If you don't understand where they are at, it's much, much harder. So if I want to serve a certain group of people, I first have to earn the right to lead them. And how do I earn the right? By going and listening to them, going and seeing where they are at, what is on the top of their mind, what are the things that they're struggling with, what are the visions they have, what are the dreams that they have, what keeps them up at night, right? So if I want to lead a certain group of people, I have to listen. I have to listen. And so listening will for sure 100% increase your leadership skills. Number 4, transparency and integrity. This is so really important because if you're not transparent and you don't have integrity, it's really hard for people to trust you because you say one thing and you do another thing. So if you lead a group of people and you say one thing and then you do another thing and you don't even explain why you do the other thing, then at some point you start to lose trust. They start to lose trust in your word, they start to lose trust in you, and well, then it becomes almost impossible to lead. So the transparency and the integrity is so important. And we forget that sometimes that takes courage as well, to be transparent, to be said, oh, okay, I fucked this one up, so I'm gonna straighten it up. I'm not gonna try and sweep it under the carpet because I'm afraid of losing respect of the people, because you lead by example. You lead by example. That's the best leader, leads by example. And owning your mistakes, in my view, is really important as a leader. Because if you're not owning your mistakes, what message are you sending to the people who you are leading? The same thing. So if they make a mistake, they're going to try and sweep it under the carpet. And that's not a good thing, because if the mistake has been made and you can straighten it out, then you can move forward. If it's under the carpet, you're in a bit of trouble, right? So number 5, I already mentioned it a bit, and that is courage. A leader needs courage. You need to be able to step into the unknown. If you're trying to create a future, the future is not here yet. You're in the now. You're now in the present moment, and the present moment is X, Y, Z. And we don't know what the future brings. Now, you as a leader, you give your best. You give your best to create something, but you don't know how it's going to turn out. There's many unknown factors. And so it takes courage. It takes courage to step outside of your comfort zone, to step outside of the known and into the unknown to create what you want to create. And actually there's one more, and that is number 6, and that's humility. Humility, I find, is tremendously important as well. Because humility inspires. Like when I see someone, when I listen to someone who's very humble and has humility, I find that admirable. I'm like, wow, this person is really thinking in the big picture. It's not just about them. And again, that inspires trust. If I'm not humble, if I'm like, oh, it's me, and look at me, I'm so great and all of that, well, who wants to be part of that and to glorify one person? You want to be part of the vision. You want to be part of what the person is trying to bring to life. So anyways, that's the quick rundown of the what it takes, or what are good things that a leader has. I'll just run them through with you again. There's the first 3, and that is just start. If you want to be a leader, start leading in some way. It doesn't matter where you are and what kind of situation you are. A coach needs to lead his people. If you have a conversation, there's sometimes someone leading and sometimes someone is not leading. That can switch. It doesn't really matter. If you have a family, you need to lead your children. If you're in a partnership, you need to lead. So there's all kinds of opportunities around you right now where you can step up and you can start leading. So start, number 1. Number 2, get a mentor, get a coach. I can so much recommend that. I personally have benefited immensely from getting coached and having mentors around me. It's really helped me. Number 3, educate yourself. So that's the first 3 very easy ones. Now we start over. Number 1, you have to have a vision. Without a vision, you're not really a leader, because where are you going? I don't know. Well, a leader is leading towards something. Number 2, you're in service to people. Knowing that enables you to actually lead and help for the people to be beneficial. Number 3, communication, which means speaking, communicating your message, communicating your vision. That means speaking, writing, whatever it is, but also listening. Number 4, transparency and integrity. And number 5, courage. And number 6, humility, or being humble. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. If you like it downstairs, subscribe, share it, do whatever you do, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and take care.